Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying, but what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. Meet Lou. You might recognize her from the YouTube channel Camper Vibe, where she shares her van life adventures with her wife, Emily. Together, they explore the open road, camping across Europe, uncovering hidden gems, tackling eerie hiking trails, and embracing the peace of nature's solitude. Thousands of viewers tune in to follow their journeys, captivated by Lou's unique way of capturing the beauty and unpredictability of life on the road. But one day Lou decided to venture out on her own, and that's when she discovered just how unpredictable the wild can really be. On January 4th, 2023, a rainy day in the woodlands near Pluckley Village, Lou was preparing for another solo camping adventure. Just her van, and the stillness of the forest.
Right, camp is set. I wanted to get everything set up before the rain comes, which is just in the nick of time, I think. But we've got the tarp over there, hammock, obviously, because I'm in the woods there. Very excited to be sleeping in the hammock again. Want to test out some new gear, so I've got my sleeping bag, some bits and bobs. If the rain does get bad, I'll probably move the hammock underneath the tarp, even though the hammock copes just fine in the rain. I've used it before in the rain, but it would be nice to have a bigger shelter. But we'll see how we go. I just wanted to get it set and get everything packed away, cameras and stuff, out of the rain, which is coming.
She started her day with a clear sense of purpose, searching for the perfect spot to park her van, set up her hammock, and build a fire. After a short drive, she found an ideal location near a footpath, about a mile from Pluckley Village. What Lou didn't know was that this seemingly peaceful spot lay near the infamous Screaming Woods, a forest long considered one of England's most haunted. The woodlands surrounding Pluckley Village were infamous for their haunting reputation. Lou shared an article recounting the story of a notorious highwayman who, after numerous complaints from the villagers, was finally captured. The villagers took justice into their own hands, capturing him and decapitating him. It's said that his vengeful spirit now wanders the woods, with many visitors claiming to have seen his ghost. Since his death, the forest has been plagued by unsettling events, mysterious disappearances, unexplained deaths, and a general sense of unease that lingers among those who dare to enter. But this doesn't deter Lou from camping here. She began by setting up her hammock, the familiar routine grounding her in the solitude of the woods. After a quiet dinner, she settled in to enjoy her dessert, something sweet to end the day. But as she took that first bite, an eerie chill swept through the air.
Pudding is not that glamorous either. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see. A Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yogurt, basically. Chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? That's a bird. That's a gunshot. I don't know if you'll be able to hear a lot of this. It's pretty distant, but it sounds like kids screaming.
The stillness of the forest was violently shattered. A sudden gut-churning noise cut through the air, sending a cold shiver racing down Lou's spine. It wasn't just one sound, but a cacophony of them. Children's distant screams, the eerie rumble of a train somewhere, the sharp crack of a gunshot, followed by the spine-tingling howl of owls. The noises seemed to swirl around her, coming from all directions. Yet, there was no one in sight. And that's when an uneasy feeling crept over here, as if she was not alone.
That temperature's definitely dropped now. I've had to put my woolly hat on and everything, but this is ideal. Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of planes. There's like this weird... Oh, I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm tired, so I'm going to let this burn out in a bit, sit here and enjoy a fire for a little while, and then head to bed.
After a hasty dinner, Lou gathered her tools and set about starting a fire, using the wood she had chopped earlier. But again, the unsettling feeling that something is wrong lingers. She tells her viewers that she has never been in a forest with so many unsettling noises, and it makes her feel uneasy.
The hammock's really comfy, thank God, so I should sleep well, I would think. Where's my big bean? What was that noise?
It was a low, chilling, and totally unrecognizable sound. Lou's stomach twisted with unease. Every instinct screamed at her to stay put, but curiosity and fear drove her forward. She stepped into the darkness, determined to find out if something or someone was lurking nearby.
This is definitely odd. I've got no idea if you guys heard that or not, but honestly, I don't like it, I'm going to be honest. It's not deer, like I know what deer sound like. I've spent so much time with deer.
Lou froze. Soft, deliberate footsteps echoed through the woods. At first, she thought it was a deer, but the sound felt wrong, too human. Her unease grew with every step. Without thinking, she hurried back to her campfire. After sitting by the campfire for an extra half hour to calm her nerves and listening to the sounds, everything seemed calm again. She decided to settle into her hammock, hoping for a good night's sleep. Little did she know, that's not what she would get.
Convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now.
As Lou lays in her hammock, footsteps can be heard wandering around her hammock, then suddenly stop, right next to her. Silence hung in the air until another set of footsteps echoed in the dark. Fear gripped her, heart racing, as she lay there, terrified, praying for dawn. But the night had other plans. An hour and 20 minutes later, the footsteps returned. Hooting frantically. Something was wrong. Something had stirred the forest into chaos.
I didn't want to turn the light on earlier because I swear to God that was footsteps. That's just the house though. This is definitely the scariest night I've ever had in a tent. I'm sure I can still hear footsteps. And trains.
Lou was awake and full of adrenaline. The crows shattered the silence, so she decided to wait for the sun to rise. Dawn broke. Lou got out of her hammock and logged in to share her experience with her viewers.
At first, I thought perhaps someone from the footpath had got lost and wandered in. That was the first time at 2 o'clock in the morning. When it happened again at 3 and then again around 3:20, I decided it's definitely not just a lost dog walker at that silly o'clock. So, yeah, don't know what it was, but there was definitely someone walking around this tent. It was no way was it a deer or a fox or any kind of mammal. The footprints were all wrong. Safe to say I did not sleep very well at all.
Still haunted by the memory, she admitted she had never encountered anything like it before. While she had faced a few strange situations in the past, this night was different. Its sinister undertones lingered in her mind. Luckily, Lou made it out safely. But as she recounted the chilling events, one question remained unanswered. Who did the footsteps really belong to? Perhaps it's a mystery better left unsolved. And the same can be said about the encounter in the following video. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider subscribing to our channel. We're aiming to reach 100,000 subscribers by April. And if we reach our goal, every single one of you will get a discount code for our merch store. Right now, 83.9% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's free, and your support helps us create more awesome videos. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's move on with the video. This is Hoggett, the beloved YouTuber behind the channel, The Hoggett Project. Renowned for his outdoor adventures, he constantly seeks out secluded, tranquil locations for his camping vlogs. With camera in hand, he invites his audience to join him, capturing and sharing each thrilling experience. This time, he's gearing up for another camping adventure. Unfortunately, for him, he'll be venturing out alone on this trip. It's October 29th, 2024, a pleasant, sunny day. Hoggett is about to embark on another adventure, though he has no idea that this one will be something far from ordinary.
So this is the camp site that we chose. Just couldn't pass it up with this awesome view of the mountain here, Mount Rainier.
The day begins like any other, with Hoggett wandering through the rolling hills, searching for the perfect camping spot. Somewhere secluded, serene, and bathed in the gentle warmth of the sun.
So, didn't even really take a look over here at this side. That's all bedded down, so it looks like some animals took some cover, especially right here. That's a nice little circular spot.
This was the one spot he had been searching for. The perfect place amidst the hills, quiet and untouched. With a sense of satisfaction, he began unpacking his gear, eager to set up camp.
The tent is all set up. I'm gonna have a fire tonight. I brought a fire pit. It is kind of scarce right here, but if I go out a little ways, I'm sure I'll find something.
After settling in, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, darkness enveloped the area. He decided to build a campfire to get cozy for the night. However, before he could even start, he heard loud knocks coming from the forest beside him, unlike anything he had ever heard before. He decided to switch on his night vision camera to scan the surroundings of his camp, only to witness something terrifying.
Rick?
Through the eerie glow of the night vision, he spotted a shadowy figure lurking just beyond the dense thicket. The trees all seemed to blend together in the dim light, but one particular shape stood out, a silhouette that didn't belong. It was an unsettling, unnatural presence that sent a wave of dread through Hoggett's chest. His heart raced as he quickly turned to check the other side of his camp, trying to shake the unease creeping up his spine. But only a few minutes passed before something far worse unfolded, something that would make his blood run cold. A voice cut through the air, low, distant, and almost mocking. "It's just us," it whispered, sending a wave of icy fear down his spine.
Alright, yeah, I'll stop it for now, but man, freaky.
However, he brushed off the feeling, started chopping some wood, and went ahead with cooking himself a meal, not knowing what awaits them. As he began preparing his meal, strange, unsettling sounds suddenly pierced the silence once more.
Oh, you don't. No idea what the audio is gonna sound like. I'm trying a new microphone and can already tell you I'm not a fan.
A creeping sensation washed over him, as if invisible eyes were watching his every move. But despite the unsettling sounds creeping in, he tried to focus on preparing his meal and enjoying the nature around him. However, he was quickly interrupted. As Hoggett quietly ate his meal, loud knocks echoed in the distance, sending a chill of unease through him. A sense of foreboding washed over him, and he instinctively paused, his fork mid-air, to scan the area. Sitting still, he felt his body tense, frozen in place as he nervously searched the shadows, wondering what could be causing the unsettling sound. As Hoggett is looking around, he sees nothing, so he decided to venture inside his tent to prepare for the night ahead.
That's what I'm going to do is pretty much call it a night. If anything happens, I will bring you back.
Hoggett logged off with his viewers, saying he would go to sleep, hoping that the night would be peaceful and calm. Little did he know, that is not what he gets. The soft sound of footsteps echoed outside his tent, slow and deliberate, as if someone was moving just beyond the fabric. Hoggett sat frozen, every muscle tense, straining to make sense of the faint murmurs drifting through the night air. He held his breath, wondering if the noises were the rustling of some creature or something far more sinister. After listening to the sounds unfolding around him for more than half an hour, exhaustion eventually took over as everything faded, and he fell asleep again.
Good morning, everyone. I haven't looked outside yet. Daylight is out. Okay. There's a few sounds. I don't know if it was the wind. There's something walking around out here, but it definitely recorded a little bit of it, of the audio. Could just be like little mice.
Hogarth woke up the following day, checking in with his viewers and pointing out the eerie events from the night that had kept him awake. Luckily, it seemed to be over. However, as he ventured out of his tent, he was once again met with unsettling sounds.
There's something in the woods. This one could die at any minute, so I have my phone as a backup. Try to get closer. Squirrels are freaking out about something though.
Loud, unsettling knocks could be heard coming from the trees, accompanied by the frantic screams of squirrels, as if they sensed something was off.
There is something over here because the branches keep snapping. Followed this time by a couple footsteps, and then the chipmunks, the squirrels over there are going crazy.
He could hear strange sounds and faint footsteps coming from the woods, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't make sense of what or who was out there. Feeling the weight of unease, he quickly packed up his gear and set off, beginning the journey back home. Luckily, Hogarth was able to leave and return to the safety of his home. But what if the encounter takes place very close to your house? Let's see it unfold in the next video. It was a typical May night in Oklahoma, or so it seemed. For Chris from the channel Sooner Sasquatch, this night was destined to be anything but ordinary. His mission? He was determined to uncover the source of the strange smell and the commotion that had first drawn him to this part of the woods.
I'm by myself in pitch dark. I have no light source. All I have is this night vision camera that I'm trying out. And I just came from back in there, which this light source is not picking up very well. Thought it was going to be a lot better than that. I got back in there and I had to turn around because I couldn't see. I don't even have a flashlight.
He was at a disadvantage, stranded in the heart of the forest with no source of light to guide him. Armed only with night vision cameras, he ventured deeper into the woods until he suddenly realized that the strange smell wasn't the only unsettling thing in the air.
As I was walking out, there was some commotion over here. So I came over here and it smells like a freaking dead animal.
The smell was overpowering, thick and foul, like the rotting carcass of an animal. As the tension grew, he explained how he relied on the night vision camera to navigate the darkness, hoping to catch sight of whatever might be lurking in the shadows.
I'm just scanning this tree line here to see if I can see anything. I haven't gotten any eye shine or anything.
However, the events that followed left Chris utterly terrified. As he was scanning the woods with his night vision camera, something terrifying happened.
Whoa, the hell was that? Oh shit.
That's when he saw it. A creature seemingly hiding in the bushes. The moment it realized Chris was filming, it recoiled and disappeared, as if it didn't want to be seen. Chris was paralyzed with fear and sprinted out of the forest, unsure of what he had captured on camera. When he uploaded the video to YouTube, many people in the comments speculated about what it could be, but the truth remains unknown. It's unsettling to realize that things happen around us that we don't understand or expect. And that sense of the unexpected, that's exactly what happened to Josh. he encountered something truly unforeseen. Meet Josh, a young and popular YouTuber who is the creator of the channel Exploring with Josh. In his series, Josh embarks on thrilling journeys to explore mysterious and remote locations, uncovering their hidden secrets. Mostly, he ventures into abandoned buildings or delves deep into the mysterious world of ghosts, attempting to capture proof on camera. However, this time, he is about to embark on a different journey. In this adventure, Josh is heading deep into the Ape Cave. The Ape Cave in Washington State, near Mount St. Helens, is one of North America's longest lava tubes, formed 2,000 years ago by molten lava flows. This mysterious cave, commonly referred to as Ape Cave, is famous for its intriguing history. Legend has it that two ape-like figures were once seen throwing rocks at explorers near the cave. But that's not all. This cave is not for the faint-hearted, as it's easy to get lost. Luckily, Jake has company with him. His 3 friends and fellow YouTubers John, Steve, and Cody are by his side for this journey. It's August 7th, 2016, a sunny day in Washington State. Josh and his buddies are embarking on a new exploration, but they're unaware that this time, things will be anything but usual.
Today we're going to Mount St. Helens. We're going to Ape Cave.
As Josh logged in with his viewers and met the other 2 boys, they set out on their journey, making their way to the mysterious cave.
Oh god, this looks like some from a horror movie.
Yeah, this is
and it's really dark.
movie too. Lucky we got some lanterns. Well, they do.
Oh god.
It's so dark.
Yo,
Alright.
it is darker than I thought, everyone.
Jeez.
I really feel like I'm gonna
Let the guys go first with the light.
Yo, I got the lantern. Okay, hold on.
Once they entered the cave, they walked around to examine the walls, which were completely covered in scribbles. However, as they continued, the pathway grew narrower and narrower until 2 of the boys decided to stop. But Josh and Steve weren't ready to turn back. They pressed on, and that's when they noticed something unusual.
Claustrophobic. Dude, it goes so low. It goes like ground, like kneeling.
I too?
I don't even know if this leads out anywhere. I think it's just the end. We can be crawling all day.
Let's find out. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah man, I don't...
Dude, actually, I think you can go deeper.
Yeah, it goes... You think we can go deeper?
Oh my god.
We could try it.
That's scary. That's so scary. Like, I'm just picturing in my head what if like, the cave collapses and
I know.
no way back.
We're not gonna think...
doubt it.
I'm not gonna think about that. I'm crawling, man.
Oh, me too. I'm crawling. Curious.
If you're curious, man. If you're curious, this is where we could go. We can go more, but I mean, this is pretty freaking...
This is scary.
This is scary.
The path became so narrow that they had to crawl on their knees. It felt like they couldn't go any further, but there was always just enough space to keep moving. So, they crawled deeper into the cave, unaware of what awaited them.
Yo! No way. It opened up again.
Does it?
Yeah, it opened up. I can't believe we kept going.
Yet again, I'm with Josh. No John or Cody. We just
lost
We
them.
just keep going. We were so curious to know what was through this tunnel.
This is crazy, man.
Oh my god.
I used to be claustrophobic, but I guess I lost it because I'm not that scared.
The cave suddenly widened, and what had seemed like a dead end now revealed an entire passage hidden beyond it. Josh and Steve froze, their hearts racing as they stared in disbelief. They exchanged hurried words, struggling to comprehend how the cave, which had appeared to end just moments before, now stretched onward into the unknown. After congratulating each other for reaching the end of the cave, they made the decision to head back to the entrance. But just as they began to turn around, they spotted something shocking.
I don't know
You
if they
speak
speak
no
English
English?
or,
No?
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, come with us.
Hey, Josh. Do you see those, the couple that was back there?
You wanna
Can
come
you
with
tell
us?
them their daughter's up here and she's scared?
They don't speak. She doesn't speak English. She doesn't speak
They don't
English.
speak English.
It's okay. It's all right. This is the way back.
A little girl stood there, trembling with fear. Her wide eyes darted around, as if searching for a way out. The boys froze. They couldn't believe it at first. How had she gotten so far inside the cave? And where were her parents? Determined to bring her to safety, they put away their camera and walked her back to the entrance, where her parents were waiting for her.
What an experience. As we were about to leave, this little girl comes up out of nowhere, scares us, and at first we're like, wait, whose parents are hers? And she was just there alone by herself. Then she just sits there in the back, so I started talking to her, but she wouldn't answer me. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't think she speaks English. It turns out she really didn't speak English at all. She's by herself, crawled the whole way in there by herself, no light. No light, what the heck? I don't get it, no light. She didn't even speak English. So they were like, okay, come with us. And eventually, I guess her parents were yelling her name in their language. And yeah, she went back, but she started crying and stuff. It was kind of a crazy situation.
Later, Josh explained to his viewers that the girl had lost her parents while exploring the cave and had made the journey alone, eventually reaching the very end of the cave where he and Steve had struggled to go further. Josh might have felt a sense of relief for pushing through and reaching the end of the cave. Otherwise, they might never have found the girl, and the thought of her still being alone in the forest at the end of the tunnel haunted him with fear. Thankfully, he and Steve found the little girl and were able to bring her back. At last, she was safely reunited with her parents. Did you find this encounter disturbing? Then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. This is Erlo, a 29-year-old YouTuber and the mastermind behind the channel Erlo Brown. Through his channel, Erlo takes his viewers on bold explorations of mysterious remote locations, dense forests, abandoned caves, and even trails typically traveled by wildlife. He captures each adventure, offering his viewers an immersive first-hand look at his latest explorations. On September 30th, 2021, Erlo set off on yet another exploration. This time, Erlo is venturing down a dangerous path on a hill. And unluckily, he's alone this time, without his dog or the friends who usually accompany him. But he is venturing to one of his favorite places, the hilly forests. The hilly forests are based in South Africa. It's known for its tall trees, like yellowwoods, and the forest is home to animals like monkeys, birds, and sometimes leopards. These forests are important for nature and are popular with visitors who love exploring the outdoors. So, the perfect place for people like Erlo. Erlo's plan? Setting up some trail cameras in the hope of capturing wildlife. But on this day, he would encounter something that would shake him to his core, an experience unlike anything he had ever faced before.
I think we have found a perfect place to place the trail camera. So this trail running along here is literally the only entrance and exit for this entire valley. Just have to find a good spot to place the camera. I'm not too concerned about people finding the camera. This trail isn't used a lot because it's just a one-way. Maybe if we find something that's a little bit further into the tree line, so it's better hidden.
As he trekked through the hilly forest, he searched for the perfect spot to set up his camera, hoping to capture any animal movement while he was away. But as he reached the perfect spot where an animal might appear, an unexpected and unsettling event occurred.
This could perhaps work.
A sudden, deafening noise echoed through the forest. Powerful, unfamiliar, and impossible to identify. Erlo stood frozen, bewildered, and unable to pinpoint its source. Fear gripped him, and within seconds, his instincts took over. He began retreating toward his starting point, his every step fueled by sheer panic.
I have no idea what that was. That was not an animal. I think I'm gonna leave.
Erlo decided to leave, choosing safety over a potential confrontation. Fortunately, he made it out unharmed. And later that day, he uploaded the video to YouTube, asking viewers what the mysterious sound could possibly be. Many speculate that it could have been a predator trying to intimidate its prey. However, no updates have surfaced since that day, leaving viewers to wonder whether it was all real. Erlo's reaction appeared entirely genuine, but the truth may remain a mystery forever. Meet Kevin, a seasoned YouTuber in his middle years and the creator behind the channel Homesteading Off the Grid. On his channel, Kevin, alongside his wife Dearly, embarks on explorations of their hometown in Virginia. They share in the daily tasks and chores, offering each other support as they navigate their routines. Kevin documents every adventure and activity, providing his viewers with an intimate, immersive glimpse into their everyday lives. It was April 11th, 2019. Kevin and Dearly were vlogging yet another day in their lives, capturing their typical routine. True to their usual vlogging style, they worked side by side, tackling everyday chores like gardening, planting, cleaning, and chopping wood. Activities that are not only enjoyable, but also keep them engaged in productive tasks. However, this day would bring an unexpected turn, an experience that would shake them to their core, something unlike anything they had ever encountered before.
All right, guys, you've been saying time to put up or shut up. I'm saying it's time to put up or shut up too. Did you hear that, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what's going on, guys. As you can see, my beautiful bride, Giggly Girl, and myself are out here working this morning. She is potting up oak trees that we're growing from acorns.
While working in the garden, something suddenly caught their attention. At the start of his video, Kevin shared with the audience what he had just experienced.
Cutting this thing up, something up in this area obviously is not very happy about it. I've been hearing angry grunt type growls, okay?
He tells his viewers that he heard a loud, unsettling sound piercing the silence of the woods, something unlike anything he had ever heard before. It sent shivers down his spine, prompting him to let his cameras roll in the hopes of capturing the sound if it returned. And it did.
Did you
Sound
hear
like
that?
it's screaming at me, yeah.
Oh wow.
As soon as I start this, nah?
Yeah.
A loud, unsettling screaming sound pierced the silence once again, while Kevin was chopping wood, just as it had happened before. Unsettled, they looked at each other, unsure of what to do. They scanned their surroundings, but the screams eventually stopped. Kevin walked to the camera to explain what had just happened.
I heard something after my first series of hits coming from back here somewhere. Did you hear that, hon?
Yeah.
After I hit it the first time?
Yeah.
It's like whatever it was, it had gone further out. When I started, before I ran in to get the camera, it was much closer, but I could still hear it, but it was much further out. I don't know if it's because of the camera, if it saw me get the camera or what, but I heard it over here after the first series of my knocks on that wood.
The fear in his eyes spoke volumes. They didn't know exactly what they had heard, but they knew it wasn't normal. What made it even stranger was that the sound seemed to respond to the knocks Kevin made while chopping wood, leading him to wonder if the legends of Bigfoot could be true. He uploaded the video to YouTube, asking if others had experienced something similar or could identify what creature might have made the sound. To this day, the truth remains unknown. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.